everyone, welcome to Art-Cher. Today I'm going to talk to you about sketchbooks. What are sketchbooks for? What are they really for? I really think a good sketchbook is for your own personal reference. And these are good things for planning a project. If you're doing a painting, you're going to do a bunch of sketches for it. You are using it to try out materials, which I've gotten away from putting things in my book, and I'm kind of going to get back to this. But anyway, trying materials and seeing how they react with one another, seeing how they actually react on the paper. Of course, practicing your drawing skills. You can keep going with all kinds of different things in your sketchbook, whatever they may be. And doing something rather than being bored. So anything that you're putting in your sketchbook is great. I think it's a place where you're documenting places that you've been, things that you've seen, things that you've tried and done, all kinds of stuff like that. It's basically a documentation of what you've done. So I have, admittedly, got away from putting things in actually a book. I have a bunch of these loose papers all over the place, and I'm going to talk about what is good as far as categories to put in your sketchbook, because I have noticed I've done a lot of the same things. So let's talk about 5 sketchbook categories that you can work on in your sketchbook. Easy things. First category, fruits and vegetables. And I've tried a lot of different types of paintings, drawings, things like that, but fruit and vegetables are always a great thing that you usually have that you can place in front of you and then just observe whatever from life. Second category is buildings. Buildings have always been an inspiration for me because I love architecture, and I've been to a lot of places where I've seen some really interesting architecture. So buildings, architecture, travel, things from your travels, statues, piazzas, those type of things. If you have photos of them, it's also nice to put the photo in, or to actually label where it was and put some little notes on there. Next category, animals, of course. If you have an animal at home, and if you don't have an animal at home, animals are still great because these are from pictures of things that I found. So birds, I've got lots of birds. I have lots of my cat Cheeto. Here's my little Cheeto here. Cheeto says hello. And I've also tried some different materials. So, it's kind of fun to play around with the space that an animal can have. This is a praying mantis, obviously, and it has some good spaces where I can put some different colors in there. And I wanted to try like a little scratch board on that. Any kind of thing like this. The next category would be swatches. So swatches can be your value scale of your pencil. It can be little swatches, and I don't know why I actually end up saving these, but I do have a lot of these things, and this is not all of my stuff. I've got lots of different things. So I'm going to have an area where I put swatches. And also a color wheel in there is always a nice thing to have for your own personal reference. I've used parts of my things that I've just tried, because if you're just playing around and you want to know how these acrylic colors are mixing and how well they will blend, I just wasn't going to use it for anything. So sometimes I end up using a little spot for some sort of card or little name tag thing, something like that. And my final category for my 5 is flowers in nature and trees. Okay, so this might look like a little finished little piece, but I'm not going to do anything with this, so this is going to be part of my sketchbook. And these are just little things I wanted to try out and see how the paint went over other parts. And, just some nice little trees and some nice little sketches. And I always had, these are old. I've always had these pastel pieces, and I never really wanted to put pastel in my sketchbook because I always thought like how dirty the whole sketchbook would be. Although I think that if I make my sketchbook with some paper that is in between, that it will be fine. because it has been fine in this group of papers for a long time. This was from 2003. So this was just a trial of pastels with water, and I had to try them on a different piece of paper because and these have been around for a long time. They're really just preserved little things with swatches on them, just a little something. Lots of little nature things, and it's just kind of trying it, and I don't throw away a whole lot of stuff. So there are a lot that I do throw away, although things like this will help me remember, oh yeah, this is that technique that I want to try again because I want to perfect it. It's not perfected yet. So use your sketchbook for your own resource and your own personal reference. That is the main tip of this video, and that's what I wanted to give you from this. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will be taking all of my loose things and making them into my own sketchbook in one of my next videos. So please tune in. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.